Thanks.
Thank you.
Does anyone else want to say something? How about you here in the front? Great, where you can go.
Hi.
Hi.
The thing I think about your project is that you showed tons of work on it, so I'm proud of it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
How about you over there?
I think it's very cool and creative, and then I like the structure.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
Do you guys have any other questions for us?
Yeah, suggestions.
Yeah. Do any of you have any suggestions on how we can improve our project?
Does anyone have any suggestions for them?
Right.
How about you right there?
Maybe the solar panel should have a shield if it starts raining and it gets wet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is
Never
that a
thought of
problem
that.
if,
Go on.
would it be a problem if the solar panel got wet?
Shouldn't be actually. We haven't tested it in real rain.
I don't think solar panels.
Waterproof.
Yeah, solar panels are waterproof. I think.
You show them. Show her the.
Does anyone else have a suggestion? Oh, you're here.
Thank you for the.
Actually, we have another question for you guys. So, what's your question? If you want Patrick, I'll let you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Her question was, how does the oil separate from the water?
How does the oil separate from the water?
The oil's viscosity is darker than normal water, so there'll be a sort of color difference. The light sensors will sense the contrast between the colors and it will differentiate between the oil and the water that way. That's why we put the light sensors underneath the water and the LED above. So the LED will shine down on the water. As long as the light sensors can see the light, that means the water is clear and there's no oil spill there. But instead it's dark, so there's some oil there. That's when it will start functioning.
So, did you guys hear that answer? How about you here? Do you have a question or a suggestion? We have another question for you guys.
How did you think of the idea?
Did you hear the question?
Yeah. How
The
did,
question was, how did you think of this idea?
well, this idea just came suddenly because I was thinking that oil spills are becoming a major problem nowadays. And I recently read in the papers that there's this oil spill that happened in the nearby area, and it affected a lot of aquatic life and birds and all that. Many animals died, and I felt very, very pity for them. So I decided to come up with a project so that we can help clear oil spills. That's basically it.
Thank you.
What about you? So the question was, why did you start this project?
Why did you start? Why did you start?
Just attended a camp and they gave us the board and asked us to design a project that could improve human life. So it just came up.
Thank you. How about you at the end of the day?
Hi, and are the things gonna eat only the oil or the water that it takes out?
The oil.
The oil will be.
It won't eat the water.
Alright. Thank you. How about you here?
we also focus on the aspect of safety. Because when you see, if you send huge vessels out to clear these oil spills, human error might occur, and the ship or vessel might crash and sink and endanger human life, and it might happen another oil spill, which is worse than ever. So we just plan to send out a small boat that can carry bacteria, and we can use remote control to control it around here and there. We send it anywhere we want to go and clear the oil spills.
And your question about the size will be bigger. It will be bigger.
It will be bigger, a bit bigger in this prototype, so it can hold more bacteria, so it doesn't need to go back for more.
A lot of relatives.
So it's more efficient. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any other questions first, or should we ask you guys some more?
Any other questions?
Just go on asking.
Okay, so, how about you? So we have a board in the front describing the project, if anyone wants to look at that. But for now, we have another question for you.
What is your favorite thing about the project?
The thing can feel.
The favorite thing about our project?
The programming.
Yes.
The favorite part, which part do you like the most?
I think the part that we like most is the bottle. The bottle part, because it's like very unique, and it's like a pulley system, and it kind of took us a long time to think of it.
Programming.
So yeah, and another part was the programming. We went through a lot to program that single instruction to make it detect oil spills and pour in bacteria. So when we were done with it, we were quite proud of ourselves.
Thank you. We're gonna ask a question. Okay, you're good.
Hi. My question is, would you like that this project would be famous in real life?
Would you like this project to
Be famous and
Yes, of course.
Of course. Yeah, if it can, then we'll be happy. We'll be proud of ourselves because our project managed to make it into the
big world.
big world.
This one.
And what would you do if the guy that you're asking or the government that you're asking says no, that you can't use it because it's too expensive or something, a reason.
Too expensive. I don't think this project will be too expensive, as it is made out of recycled materials. So the cost is quite low compared to a huge vessel that you have to send out to clear those oil spills. Yeah, but if the government does reject, too bad.
It's his loss.
Yeah, it's his loss. He wants to send out a big vessel and waste his money.
Yeah.
It's his own problem.
Does anyone else have a question? How about you here?
Hi. How long does it take to clear an oil spill?
Depending on the size.
It took a long time, sometimes 2 to 3 months to let the bacteria to eat all the oil.
Yeah. So you might try sending a lot more bacteria inside.
Depending on the size of the spill.
So would those 2 to 3 months be for a machine that size that you have?
Pardon?
The 2 to 3 months, would that be for a machine the size of the one that you have in front of you?
For this size, yes.
2 to 3 months. For this size, yes. But if we will make it bigger, it might take a shorter time.
Make a few more.
Yeah, you can send a few boats not only one. You can send a few inside there and pour all the bacteria together, and they'll work together, so it will take a faster time to clear the oil spill.
Thank you. How about you in the middle? Yep.
How long did it take to build the boat?
How long?
Actual boat maybe.
For the prototype or the actual boat? The prototype.
Prototype.
Prototype. Only 3 days. 3 days. Only 3
And how
days.
long did it take for the actual boat?
The
Don't know.
actual boat. Wow, the actual.
Depends on the constructor.
Yeah, the people who build it, see how fast they can go.
This one is the new invention, so maybe
Might take quite a long time.
Thank you. Any other questions for them? How about you, sir? No? Okay. Does anyone else have a question, or do you guys have more questions for us?
So, if there's nothing else,
Actually, I have a question. Did you guys test this boat out, or do you plan on testing it? And if so, when do you plan on doing that?
You didn't test it with the real bacteria, is it?
you that
The problem is we don't have the real
the
bacteria.
problem is we don't have any bacteria.
I don't think so you can afford it currently.
it's expensive.
Yeah, but then if you want us to put it on maybe on a pond and see if it actually works, then we might be able to do it. Yeah.
We provide it with some bacteria.
But bacteria is quite impossible now.
Perfect, thank you. Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is the team. I believe we haven't introduced ourselves yet. So this is Firdaus, this is Gore, this is Wela, and I'm Ching Ching. Okay. Thank you very much for listening to us.